僕の人生は
The story begins inside an ordinary high school. The students are bored with their routine lesson. Suddenly, a terrifying Daruma doll, a traditional Japanese doll with just a head and no body, appears on the teacher's desk. This Daruma doll forcefully begins a deadly game with the students. The doll turns to one side and sings a song. When it turns back to face the class, if it sees anyone moving even a little, it instantly explodes that student's head, killing them. One by one, the Daruma doll begins to kill the students. The remaining students panic and are terrified. They do not understand the rules of this horrifying game. In their fear, two boys try to open the classroom door to escape, but the door is mysteriously locked. The Daruma doll turns, sees them moving, and kills them both. A short time later, one boy notices that the rules of the game are written on the doll's back. He tells everyone that the rules say that if someone can press the button on the doll's back, the game will end. Hearing this, one student immediately runs to press the button. Unfortunately, the Daruma doll turns towards him and kills him before he can reach it. Now the students form a new plan. They decide to move forward slowly, only when the doll is turned away to reach the button. However, our main character, Shun, notices something terrifying. A timer on the doll is counting down, and only a few minutes are left. Seeing the time running out, the other students panic and run for the button, but no one succeeds. The Daruma doll kills them all. In the end, only Shun and one other boy remain alive. The floor is covered in small, round candy balls, making it very difficult to run to the doll without slipping. The other boy gets an idea. He tells Shun to climb onto his shoulders and jump to reach the button. Time is almost up. Luckily, Shun climbs onto the boy's shoulders, jumps, and successfully presses the button on the doll's back, stopping the timer. Just as Shun and the boy are about to celebrate their survival, the unthinkable happens. The other boy's head also explodes. The Daruma doll then moves close to Shun and explains the true rule of the game. Only the one who pressed the button is allowed to survive. The doll tells Shun, "You are a mouse. And a cat will come soon." Shun is confused and does not understand what this means. Suddenly, a girl named 𝗟𝗂𝗯𝗀 arrives, scared and confused. She is Shun's friend, and it is revealed that she is also a survivor, having won a similar deadly game in her own classroom. Shun asks her what is happening. "Do you know anything?" But 𝗟𝗂𝗯𝗀 is just as confused as he is. They are both lost and terrified. They try to call the police, but there is no network signal on their phones. They try to run away from the school, but all the doors are locked. They even try to break a window, but the glass will not shatter. As they run, they find one door that finally opens. They enter a large basketball stadium. Inside, they find other students who have also survived their own death games. Most of them are strangely wearing mouse costumes. As soon as Shun and 𝗟𝗂𝗀𝗀 enter, the door slams shut behind them, locking them in. They see a new set of instructions written on the floor: put the ball into the cat's basket and the game will end. Suddenly, the floor opens up and a gigantic, monstrous cat emerges. The giant cat begins to chase the students, eating them one by one. Everyone runs in a panic, trying to escape. In the chaos, Shun and 𝗟𝗂𝗀𝗀 spot a metal ball with a timer on it. Shun then sees that the giant cat has a small basket hanging around its neck. He realizes that to end this nightmare, someone must throw the metal ball into the basket hanging around the cat's neck. Hearing this plan, a tall basketball player grabs the ball and makes a perfect throw towards the basket. The ball is just about to go in when the giant cat suddenly throws it away and then kills the basketball player. Shun makes a crucial observation. He notices that the cat is only attacking and eating the students who are still wearing the mouse costumes. He tells everyone to take off their costumes immediately. And everyone quickly removes their mouse costumes. To their relief, the giant cat stops its attack and sits down quietly, doing nothing. The students are happy, thinking they are safe. But their relief is short-lived. After a short while, the cat wakes up and begins attacking and eating the students again, even though they are no longer in costume. The cat is now about to eat 𝗟𝗂𝗀𝗀. To save her, Shun grabs a mouse costume, puts it on, and starts shouting to get the cat's attention. When Shun puts the costume back on, he has a sudden realization. He can now understand the cat's meows. The cat is not meowing randomly, it is actually saying, "Scratch my back." Shun runs towards the giant cat, climbs onto its back, and starts scratching it. The other surviving students see this and do the same, all climbing up to scratch the cat's back. The cat immediately stops its attack. The scratching feels so good that the giant cat soon falls asleep. Now is their chance. Shun gets ready to throw the ball into the basket while the cat is sleeping. But the other students stop him. They remember the first game with the Daruma doll, where only the person who pressed the button was allowed to live. They are afraid the same rule will apply here, and only the one who scores will survive. A big argument breaks out among the students. The loud noise wakes the giant cat up, and it becomes enraged, starting its attack all over again. Finally, Shun and 𝗟𝗂𝗍𝗲 come up with a plan to confuse the cat. They wrap a regular basketball and the metal ball in a piece of cloth and throw it towards the basket. The cat gets confused, not knowing which one to stop. Cat stops 𝗟𝗂𝗍𝗲's ordinary basketball, but Shun's aim is off. The metal ball misses and falls out. At that exact moment, a boy named 𝗬𝗍𝗲 appears out of nowhere like a hero. He catches the metal ball in midair and slam dunks it perfectly into the cat's basket. The game is finally over. The giant cat declares Shun, 𝗟𝗂𝗍𝗲, and 𝗬𝗍𝗲 the winners. Shun asks the cat, "What about the others? What is gonna happen to everyone else?" But before the cat can answer, 𝗬𝗍𝗲 suddenly attacks and kills all the remaining students himself. 𝗬𝗍𝗲 coldly explains that this is a game created by the gods. He says that in this game, only the powerful are meant to survive, and this is the will of the gods. Immediately after he says this, a strange gas pours from the cat's mouth, and Shun, 𝗟𝗂𝗍𝗲, and 𝗬𝗍𝗲 all fall unconscious. Meanwhile, outside the school, a very different scene is unfolding. A massive, mysterious cube is seen floating in the sky above the cities. The news media are covering this strange event live on television. The police and military are trying everything they can to find a way inside the cube, but they are completely unsuccessful. Back inside the school, Shun wakes up and he finds that he is now wearing different, strange clothes. Sitting in front of him is his childhood friend, Takashi, and two other people he doesn't know. A screen lights up in front of them with a new message: find the key and use it to escape. Then 4 lifelike dolls arrive. They introduce themselves and explain the rules of the next deadly game. The dolls say that each person must take a turn sitting in the middle of the room with a blindfold on. The dolls will sing a song as they walk in a circle around the person. When the song stops, the blindfolded person has only 10 seconds to correctly name which doll is standing directly behind them. If they give the wrong answer or no answer at all, they will be killed. The game begins, and the first boy takes his turn. He gives the wrong answer, and the dolls immediately kill him. Then it is a girl's turn. She also cannot name the correct doll standing behind her, and she is killed too. Now it is Shun's turn. The dolls make him sit in the center, blindfold him, and begin to sing as they circle around him. The song ends, and the dolls demand that he name which one is behind him. Shun remains completely silent, not saying a word. Then, a voice is heard that says, "Time's up." The doll standing behind Shun tells him, "Now you must prepare to die because you did not give an answer." Bye-bye. Hearing the doll speak, Shun immediately says its name out loud. Hearing this, all 4 dolls begin to laugh. They tell him that his answer is invalid because the time had already run out. But then Shun reveals his trick. He explains that the "time's up" voice came from his own phone. While the first 2 players were taking their turns, Shun had secretly used his phone to record that voice. He used that recording to play the sound effect, fooling the dolls into thinking time had expired. This allowed him to give his answer at the perfect moment and win the game. As soon as Shun wins, all 4 dolls explode. A single key falls to the ground where they once stood. Shun and his childhood friend, Takashi, pick up the key and move forward. After walking some distance, they see a terrified boy running towards them. A horrifying doll is chasing him. The boy shouts to them, "Hold each other's hands. If you hold hands, that terrible doll can't do anything to you." Shun and Takashi quickly grab each other's hands. As soon as they do this, the frightening doll stops its chase and turns back, leaving them alone. Just then, they hear a girl's scream. It is the voice of 𝗟𝗂𝗍𝗲. She is running for her life, being chased by the same terrifying doll. Seeing this, Shun jumps into action and grabs her hand, saving her just in time. After this, the group continues and arrives in another room. 2 other boys are already waiting there. Suddenly, a wall in the room breaks apart and a giant doll's head emerges. This head has 7 keyholes on it. This means they need to find 7 keys to proceed. The problem is, the group only has 4 keys between them. At that moment, 𝗬𝗂𝗋 arrives. He is carrying the 3 missing keys. To get these keys and escape the doll that was chasing him, 𝗬𝗋𝗄 forcefully captured another boy and used him as a distraction. Now that he has reached the room, 𝗬𝗋𝗄 coldly kills that boy. With all 7 keys now together, the group inserts them into the 7 keyholes and turns them all at the same time. The dolls declare them the winners and tell them to put on special new clothes that are provided for them. Meanwhile, we see that outside the cube, these deadly games are being broadcast on live television to the entire world. The 7 surviving players are then transported to a new area, a large frozen room. A giant white bear appears before them. The bear says, "I absolutely hate lies and people with black hearts. Therefore, in this game, your only job is to tell the truth. Anyone who tells a lie will be killed." The white bear starts by asking each of them to name their favorite food. They all take turns naming their favorite dishes. But after everyone has answered, the bear announces that one of them is lying. The group discusses it for a moment and then points to one boy. The boy pleads, saying, "I told the truth." But the bear ignores him and kills him. Next, the bear asks them, "Do you like shun?" Some of them say yes and some say no. But the bear again announces that someone is lying. Takashi was one of the people who said he liked shun. But everyone except Shun and 𝗟𝗋𝗲 now accuse Takashi of being the liar. Shun tries to defend his childhood friend and save him. Unfortunately, the bear kills Takashi. Devastated by the loss of his friend, Shun screams in anger and frustration. Then he has a realization. He shouts, "The real liar among us is not any person. The liar is this white bear itself." Shun's words turn out to be true. As soon as he says this, the white bear transforms, changing into a black bear. By uncovering the real liar, the group wins this game too. Now only 5 players remain. They move on to what seems to be the final game. 3 dolls appear to congratulate them for making it to the last stage. The dolls tell them that the name of the final game is Kick the Can. In this game, one of the 5 survivors will become the monster, and the other 4 must hide from him. The monster must first place the can in a designated spot, which gives the others a chance to hide. Then, the monster must find them. If the monster finds them, locks them in a cell, and then kicks the can, that monster will be the winner. However, if any one of the 4 hidden players manages to kick the can themselves, then the other 3 will win the game and the monster will lose. There is a terrible catch: the person who kicks the can to save the others will die from the can's explosion. So, to save 3 people, one person must make the ultimate sacrifice. The monster is chosen by drawing sticks. The stick with a red mark on the top is the one that becomes the monster, and this stick goes to 𝗬𝗋𝗄. 𝗬𝗋𝗄 places the can on its spot and immediately begins his search. He easily finds and captures 2 of the players, locking them in cells. After some time, 𝗬𝗋𝗄 also discovers the hiding place of Shun and 𝗟𝗋𝗄. Seeing that they are about to be caught, 𝗟𝗋𝗄 makes a brave decision to sacrifice herself. She steps out into the open to distract 𝗬𝗋𝗄. This allows Shun to successfully hide again without being seen. 𝗬𝗋𝗄 captures 𝗟𝗋𝗄 and locks her in a cell with the others. He then shouts to Shun, "I don't even need to find you now, Shun. I have already captured 3 people. I have won." From inside her cell, 𝗟𝗋𝗄 is yelling for Shun to stay hidden and not to come out, because she knows 𝗬𝗋𝗄 is trying to trick him. But Shun emerges, wearing a heavy suit of armor that completely covers his face and body. He tells 𝗬𝗋𝗄, "You will not be able to catch me." 𝗬𝗋𝗄 laughs at this and moves towards Shun. He removes Shun's helmet so he can see his face and then kicks the can to win. But just as 𝗬𝗋𝗄 gets close, Shun acts with clever speed. He uses a chain attached to his armor to quickly tie up and trap 𝗬𝗋𝗄. Before 𝗬𝗋𝗄 can figure out what has happened, Shun jumps into a deep pool of water. Because 𝗬𝗋𝗄 is tied to Shun with the chain, he is also dragged with him. 𝗬𝗋𝗄 struggles, trying to pull Shun back to the surface. But Shun had already unlocked the armor underwater and swum to the surface alone. 𝗬𝗋𝗄 looks up and sees that Shun is already running toward the can to kick it. Seeing this, 𝗬𝗍 uses all his strength to break the chain. He also runs desperately toward the can, trying to stop 𝗀. But he is too late, and 𝗀 kicks the can first. According to the rules they were told, the can should have exploded and killed 𝗀 for kicking it. But nothing happens, and the can does not explode. Everyone is shocked and confused. Then, the three dolls appear laughing. They reveal that they lied to make the game more interesting. They say no one had to die for kicking the can. 𝗀 and the monster 𝗬𝗍 were never supposed to die. The dolls then declare all 5 of them winners. To celebrate their victory, the dolls give each of them an ice cream treat. The 5 survivors are happy and relieved, and they begin to eat their ice cream. But when they finish the ice cream, they look at their sticks. They see that something is written on them. The dolls explain that only someone with strength, intelligence, and luck could win this game. On the sticks held by 𝗀 and 𝗬𝗍, the message says you survive. But on the sticks held by 𝗍𝗂𝗯𝗀 and the 2 other boys, the message says you die. Before anyone can react, the dolls immediately attack and kill 𝗍𝗂𝗯𝗀 and the 2 other boys. 𝗀 is completely devastated. He wants to help, but he can do nothing but watch in horror and sadness. 𝗬𝗍, however, is thrilled and very happy. After this, the scene shifts. We see 𝗀 and 𝗬𝗍 finally exit the giant black cube that has been floating over the city. It is revealed that the entire death game was played inside this massive cube, which the world's media had been broadcasting live. As soon as 𝗀 and 𝗬𝗍 step out of the cube, the crowd waiting below cheers for them. The people on the ground call them the children of the gods, and, in the last scene of the movie, we see the dolls talking to the game master, and the movie ends here. On IMDb, this movie was rated by 9,200 people and has an average rating of 6.3. I hope you enjoyed this video. Please share it with your friends and subscribe to this channel for more interesting videos like this.